Aloha, this is Jonathan. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. Oh, I've been dying to open this for a while. I got this yesterday and I've been wanting to open it, but I kept myself strong for you guys. It's interesting because it only has just this one little sticker to keep it shut. None of the plastic wrap that you're used to seeing on most of these decks. See if I can get this without destroying the box. I should just cut it. Nah, I can do this. There we go. So that was the only thing. That was the only packaging, really. Wow, I don't know. The deck might be packaged in plastic. But I actually really appreciate that. Less plastic in the world is the better thing. And it's just a quick flip top. There's no magnetic. So, but sitting upright it seems to stay shut. But you might want to leave it laying flat. Comes with this. So I know that there's another hardback book that has the stories written up, but it also comes with its own little book. The suits, the numbers, 3-card spread, 1-card spread, 5-card spread, and I'll have examples. And then there's the majors. I see. So you just have quick little blurbs for things. But I do love that it talks about the myth that it's, the image is based on. So, and that, oh wait, I don't see page numbers on here. I'm not sure how many pages are in here. I'm not going to sit and count the pages, but there's enough, right? You get the little blurb. I keep flipping the same one. Okay, so you get a little blurb about the myth, a few keywords for upright and reversed. So that's a handy little deck. If you want to know more about the myths, obviously there's the hardcover book. Little flip top. Oh, I like it. It's one of those inserts that doesn't have any gaps down below that your cards can fall into. That's wonderful. And instead of like a full plastic wrap, it's just this. I really appreciate that they didn't do a lot of plastic. Just this little bit and this little bit. I mean, that's still plastic that's now going to go out into the environment because, you know, if you throw it in the trash, it doesn't mean it's going anywhere. It's just going away. So cardstock. Oh, wow. That is some nice cardstock, linen finish. Oh, it just feels nice in the hands. Well, if Becca's watching, I better do a sniff test too. Oh, that's nice. So, I'm debating whether I should. I'll keep this handy just in case there's any myths that we want to look up. So obviously the Fool is the Little Mermaid. Looks like the Magician is the fairy godmother from Cinderella. The High Priestess is, oh god, why am I blanking on her name? The woman, the storyteller from 101 Nights. The Empress is obviously Virgin Guadalupe, the mother. The Emperor looks like King Arthur. The Hierophant, I want to say, is the White Buffalo Woman. So let's see. Yep, White Buffalo Woman. The Lovers, Beauty and the Beast. The Chariot, The Three Princes of Whiteland. Oh, it's a Norwegian fairy tale. I'm not familiar with that one. Strength. That's kind of a... It's a crocodile lion. That's a very interesting image there. Crocodile lion. I love the imagery here. Tamlin, of course. How could I miss that? The Hermit is the Druid and White Stag. Oh, I love it. Wheel of Fortune is Anansi. Sorry. See, I remembered. I just didn't pronounce the name right. Justice. Here we have Amang Eso. Oh, it's a Korean one. Okay. Hanged Man, obviously Sleeping Beauty. Let's double check. Yep, Sleeping Beauty. These cards are gorgeous, I really must say. Another Norwegian fairy tale I'm not familiar with. The White Bear King Valmon. That's an interesting image there. I have to look up. Now I really want to get the big book, just so I can read up on stuff. So here we have Temperance, Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara. I think this is the Bodhisattva that Kuan Yin is based on. The devil is a fire snake. That's very interesting. Boitata, a Brazilian myth. Okay. And then we have the tower. Is that a drag? Oh no, Rumpelstiltskin. Rapunzel. I knew it was an R word. So I was like, what's going on here? I see now. That is Rapunzel's braid. I thought that was like a snake or a dragon of some kind, but no. That's her hair, and the prince and her falling into the thorns. The star, sister Alanushka and brother Ivanushka, the Russian fairy tale. I know I've heard that one before. He drinks from a enchanted, I think, creek, and it gets turned into... Well, this one looks like a goat, but the one I remember reading, it was a deer, I think. This is from the cover, obviously. And this is from a Japanese fairy tale, Princess Kaguya. Oh, interesting. So the two raccoons are actually shape-shifting raccoon-like animals, Tanukus, and they each stare at a different moon, though it's not clear which one is real. That's a great moon card. Now, of course, Ra would be the sun. That's a gorgeous image. Now we got the Monkey King for Judgment. Sun Wukong. And then the World. We have a Maori legend from New Zealand. Hinemoa and Tutanekai. That's interesting. It's almost like a lover's card, but it's the World. It's the happily ever after ending following a difficult journey. Positive outcome most desired. A new conclusion also heralds the start of a new journey. So as they always say, the ending is just a new beginning in disguise. Ace of Cups. Looks like another Japanese one. Matsuo Sake. Huh. Well, I know that sake is usually considered the drink of the gods, so I really appreciate this image here. Two of Cups. And Hindu and Gilgamesh, Sumerian mythology. I love that this deck is actually very inclusive of pretty much every... I've seen so many different cultures in here. Three of Cups looks Thai. Oh no, Hindu. Apsara. The Apsara are celestial beings of the sky known for dancing, partying, and fornication. Yep, that's very fitting for the Three of Cups. Four of Cups. That's interesting. It's a Danish folk tale, but it looks very Asian, almost Korean. Huh. The Nightingale. Oh, right, because the story of the Nightingale is known all over the world. Can I just say how much I appreciate this, like, symbol of the goddess back here? I mean, it's gorgeous. No, La Llorona for Five of Cups, Mexican folklore. Didn't even have to look at the name for that one. Oh, the Snow Queen. Six of Cups. Kai and Gerda are best of friends as children, but when Kai is struck with depression, he leaves with the Snow Queen. Through many adventures, Gerda saves him, but by then innocence is gone. Yes. Oh, looks like Aladdin here. Yep, Aladdin for the Seven of Cups. Which one is the right? Which lamp has the genie? I think this is quickly becoming one of my favorite decks of all time. Here we have Moses, Hebrew legend. Let my people go. Here we have the Nine of Cups, Taj al-Muluk, and the Princess Dunya, an Arabic folk tale. Represents a happy ending achieved in unexpected ways. Prince Taj al-Muluk fell in love with Princess Dunya, but she refused men. He used trickery, disguising himself as a woman in order to win her heart. Oh my. Here we have the Ten of Cups. That's an amazing image. I love that image. So this is Julnar the Seaborn, an Arabic folktale. After many hard trials, Julnar finds a happy, loving husband and has a child. Her brother rises from the sea, which often represents the subconscious, to congratulate her and celebrate her newfound life. Oh. Here we have Page of Cups. I love the little white button. Bakunawa and the Seven Moons, Filipino mythology. In this card, one of the seven young moon siblings plays with Tuer Shen, the Chinese god of same-sex relationships, who ties the red thread of fate that connects lovers. Oh. I really love this deck already, and I've barely even started playing with it. Knight of Cups. Halabu the Hunter, Mongolian legend. Sea of Grass, I get it. Halabu is kind and gentle while also willing to take a stand for what he believes in. Halabu provides for his village, and after befriending a dragon, he willingly sacrifices himself to save everyone he loves. Okay, this is making me really want to get the book now. I should have just ordered it when I ordered it. I didn't know there was a book that came with this until recently. So this is a beautiful Queen of Cups. Yemoja, Yoruba deity. The goddess Yemoja connects those on land to the depths of the spiritual plane. She is mysterious but also a kind and caring mother. That's just a gorgeous image. I love the images on here. I love the artwork, and the colors are just spectacular. Here we have King of Cups, the boy and the dragon pearl. The King of Cups was once a little boy, but has matured into a powerful dragon. He is kind, but fiercely protective of those he loves. He is connected to the deep, dark waters of the subconscious. He possesses great patience and wisdom. That is an amazing dragon. Oh, and there's the little crabbies down there. Cool. And I'm not usually a fan of borders, but these are just, I don't know, they kind of accentuate the artwork in a way. I don't know, I really appreciate them. So here we have Ace of Coins, Jack and the Beanstalk. Oh, we all know that story. Well, most of us should know that story anyway. You see Jack's hand holding the coin, it looks like. Here we have Two of Coins. Ripsunt. It's Haida mythology. For Ripsunt, the bear world and the human world collide. She embodies the dualities of work and family, hobbies and careers, and wants versus needs. All about that balancing. Oh my god, she's holding two babies while she's... I guess those are strawberries. I thought she was mashing berries or something under her feet, but... It's cool to see native, indigenous myths as part of this as well, because, you know, not everyone's had good exposure to them. Here we have Three of Coins. Banjakari and Banjakarini. That's Nepal, Tamang mythology. The fierce Banjakari and Banjakarini teach their apprentice how to become a shaman. They are demanding teachers, but their student is dedicated. All three put in hard work that pays off with the success of a new generation. I love that for the Three of Pentacles. That's just... Oh, that's a really cool image. Here we have Four, the Condor's Wife, from Peru, Aymara folktale. Condor covets his wife, who does not like his lively lifestyle or living with him. He recognizes her unhappiness, but is unwilling to make changes or set her free. You can see her despair in her eyes. That is a powerful Four of Coins. This is very reminiscent of RWS, isn't it? And it's the Little Match Girl, Denmark, Danish fairy tale. The little match girl needs help, but no one is willing to help her. She struggles alone despite her proximity to a force that could potentially help her. Just go in the church and warm up, right? Using her last match to keep warm. That's a sad tale, isn't it? Like I said, the more I go through this, the more I think I should order the book that goes with it, just so I can really read the mythologies in depth. You know, I've read a good chunk of these, but some of them is new for me. Six of Coins. Oh, that's interesting. The woman who was kind to insects. This is an Inuit fable. Inuit are the actual name of what white people call Eskimos. So the old woman from this Inuit tale understands the need to put positivity into the world in order to receive it back. The pay it forward methodology of karma. I love that little... Is that a Arctic fox with her? Here we have 7 of coins. Nanhutsan, Aztec mythology. Nanhutsan must determine when it is right to be patient and when it's better to scrap everything to start fresh. It's that 2 sides of the same coin, I guess. Here we have the 6 swans. The little princess needs to keep weaving nettles in silence if she wishes to set her cursed brothers free. She needs to weave 8 things of nettles. Oh, and look at her hands and feet. If you've ever touched a nettle, I can feel her pain. Here we have 9 of coins. The legend of the watermelon, a Vietnamese legend. Hard work and patience have resulted in a successful harvest, and now even the emperor enjoys my An Tiam's watermelons. The road was long and hard, but the reward's well worth the effort. That's a great take on the 9. And you still have the bird as part of it. That's a very interesting image. Panhu. It's from China. It's a Yao legend. The story of Panhu celebrates the lineage that benefits from his hard work. The hardships he once endured allow him to appreciate his good fortune and retire surrounded by his progeny. It's interesting that the 10 of Cups here, we have the old man and the dog being the same person. Very cool. Here we have Page of Coins. Baiva Naeda from Sweden, a Sami deity. Page of Coin welcomes the beginning of spring and summer, a fresh start, the end of darkness. Baiva Naeda represents hope, settling up solid foundations and mental wellness. She is grounded and anticipates the bright future. Knight of Coins. Hetsu e Bibi. It's a South African Khoi Khoi deity. Hetsu Ebi can be as stubborn as an ox, getting into trouble for his efforts. He is strong, loyal, and determined in all things he sets his mind to. See, that one is a myth that I'm not familiar with. Like I said, I'd love to get the book and read the myths as well. Here, the Queen of Coins is... Ooh, that's a long one. Ora Murungunju. I probably mangled that. Ora Murungunju. Northeastern Australia. Gunwingun deity. Ora Murungunjuju has traveled the world blessing her many children. She is always moving, loving, and ever practical. She teaches her children how to help themselves. It's a gorgeous image. Can I just say how much I love that the kings are animals? Ha-Nu Na, the world turtle, North America. Iroquois mythology. The world turtle is strong enough to support the weight of others' hopes and dreams. He may not be an active participant in their lives, but he is always dependable, slow, and steady. It's just a gorgeous image. I love the use of color in this deck. It just really makes it all pop. Here we have the Ace of Swords. Gordian Knot, Greek legend. So the Ace of Swords represents a sudden burst of inspiration, a new solution, a new way of thinking to break through a problem. Slicing through the Gordian Knot begins a campaign to conquer new lands. Interesting. So instead of trying to untie the knot, let's just cut it. Oh, I recognize this one. So this is the Two of Swords, and it's Sita. So she's from the Hindu epic Ramayana. Sita's decision between Scylla and Charybdis is not easy, and she cannot be made blindly, and calls for self-reflection. Things can only remain balanced for so long before a move must be made. So when I was in 7th grade, I actually got to participate in the Ramayana, and we did it as a school play. Three of Swords. Oh, looks like she's gonna cut her own wings off. Interesting. Crane Wife, Japanese fairy tale. The crane wife asks her husband for privacy, but he spies on her, only to discover she was hurting herself to help him. His spying was treacherous, but so was her inability to trust him was her secret. Interesting. That's a different way of putting the Three of Swords. I actually really appreciate that version of Three of Swords. So here we have Four of Swords. Oh, that's kind of a bloody image. Sorry, I just noticed that the Four Swords in his mouth. Fenrir, Norse mythology. The Norse gods know that the wolf Fenrir will bring about the end of the world, so they have him bound and chained, while he still represents a threat. For now, there is respite. Oh, wow. There's so much going on in these cards. I love it. Five of Swords. Osiris, Set, and Isis. Set overthrows his brother Osiris and is seen gloating over his brother's inconsolable wife, Isis. While Set represents the tyrant of a victor, Isis is a defeated combatant who will eventually bring about Set's defeat. Five of Swords. That gloat. Yep. Six of Swords. Here we have Danae and Perseus. After being imprisoned by her own father, Danae and her young son Perseus escape. Perseus will eventually grow to defeat the Gorgon Medusa. Off to better lands. Oh, that's an interesting image right there. The shadow is not... Huh. Okay, so here we have the Seven of Swords. Oh, Coyote, of course. It's a Salish legend. Seven of Swords is a trickster, and the coyote represents deceit in all forms. From small pranks to terrible scandals, he is clever and manipulative, but more often than not, he is caught by his own schemes and has to pay dearly for them. Eight of Swords, Donkey Skin. That's a French fairy tale. Donkey Skin was forced into hiding to escape a bad situation. Now she is faced with a decision to continue the life she has created or to step out of her self-made prison. No, I keep getting caught in these images. They pull me in really strongly. Here we have Nine of Swords. Oedipus. Tongue-tied there. Oedipus. The oracle of Delphi warned the king that his son Oedipus will one day kill him. Had he not let his fears control him and raised his son in love instead of hate, the king's eventual death could have been avoided. So, by the king's own actions, he created his own end. Here we have 10 of Swords. It's a little more bloody than normal, isn't it? Sedna, an Inuit mythology. Sedna's father pushes her from his kayak and chops off her fingers when she tries to cling to his boat. She sinks to the bottom of the ocean and becomes consumed with wrath, eternally seeking revenge. Wow, that is a violent, bloody 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Wow. Here we have Page of Swords. Princess Parizade, Arabic folktale. Princess Parizade uses her wit to succeed where others have failed. Her optimism enacts through it all. She is a harbinger of new beginnings and new ideas for herself and those around her. Okay, and I realize I've been reading a big chunk of these, and I should, if I want this to not be like an hour-long video, I should just keep showing. So this is Hang Tuah, a Malaysian legend, Knight of Swords. Here we have the Queen of Swords, Turandot, an Arabic folktale from China, actually. Interesting that some Arabic folktales come from China. And then our King of Swords is a griffin. That is gorgeous. I love that image. Sorry, I'm laughing, but there's been so many times when I pulled the Ace of Wands and saw a paintbrush. And here, the Ace of Wands is the magic paintbrush. So it's just like... wow. Okay. I've got chills. The deeper I go into this deck, the more I love it. Okay, here, for 2 of Wands, we got Janus, or Janus, god of doorways and transition. Two-faced Janus. Here we have 3 of Wands, and that is the Enchanted Pig from Romania. The princess takes a long journey to rescue her prince, making sacrifices and surviving trials along the way. If she stays motivated, her effort will be rewarded. Here we have 4 of Wands. That's a gorgeous image. And it's Mohini and Aravan. It's a Sanskrit epic poem. A well-deserved celebration. Stable time to be thankful. Cherished loved ones. Mohini and Aravan embrace each other, enjoying the time before the next adventure begins. Five of Wands. The Pandavas, Sanskrit epic poem. The Pandavas are 5 brothers who embody unity in the face of conflict. The 5 brothers have been known to bicker and play fight, but they also care deeply for one another. A resolution to their strife only comes from good communication. I actually really appreciate that this 5 of Wands isn't just like straight up battle, it's more play fight. I appreciate that. Here we have 6 of Wands. Yananga, It's a Mossi legend for Burkina Faso. She's a warrior princess and her father's most prized fighter. That's cool. Again, I keep getting this urge to get the book. Here we have an American legend. We have John Henry, American folktale. Against all odds, John Henry stands up for what he believes in and is willing to fight to the bitter end. His courage and resolve is an inspiration even to those who disagree with him. John Henry. Oh, the Rainbow Crow. Oh, I love this story. So this is Eight of Wands, Rainbow Crow. It's a Lenape legend. The rainbow crow flies quickly to deliver warmth to the cold earth below, singeing his wings in the process. His sacrifice and swift journey are fruitful. This is the reason why crows are black, because they originally were rainbow, but the earth was blanketed in winter. I actually know this myth. And the crow was picked by all the other animals to go to the sun and get a bit of the sun's fire to bring back and warm up the earth. But on the path back, the fire from the sun blackens the crow. So he does succeed, but he loses his rainbow feathers. Although they say if you find a crow feather, you can see the rainbow in the black. So, Rainbow Crow for the 8. Oh god, I'm loving this deck. Here we have 9 of Wands, Vasilisa the Beautiful, a Russian fairy tale. Sent by her wicked stepmother to the door of the witch Baba Yaga, Vasilisa the Beautiful stays resilient. She endures Baba Yaga's impossible trials. She is wary and cautious, but also hopeful. You see the Baba Yaga hut in the background there. What is she holding? Must be a doll. Here we have 10 of Wands. Timbo Tree. It's from Paraguay, a Guarani legend. When Sagua's daughter went missing, he searched alone in vain. A timbo tree grew from his ear when he died, bearing fruits he labored for but was unable to enjoy. Huh. Very interesting take on the... I don't know if you can see those little black fruits in there. Here we have Page of Wands. Mowindo, Republic of the Congo. Nyanga mythology. For Mowindo, every situation is made fun by a swish of his magical fly swatter. He makes many enemies, but just as many friends who help him on his journey. So, Knight of Wands is Tatterhood, Norwegian fairy tale. I've never heard of that one. Reckless and afraid, Tatterhood grabs what she wants to claim the future she desires. Instead of Red Hood, it's Tatterhood. I do not even need to look this one up, considering I've met her in person. So this is Pele. Queen of Wands as Pele is so appropriate. Volcano, goddess Pele's rages can be destructive, but her blessings are just as powerful. She is the creativity of dance, the nourishment of rich soil, and the chaotic force of an explosion. Yeah, that's a very appropriate Queen of Wands, I think. And our final card is King of Wands, the Phoenix. East Asian mythology. Represents nobility, rebirth, strength, and loyalty. So, that is the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshitani. So I have to say that I love this deck, and look at how girthy that is. I mean, that is a big deck, and the cardstock is amazing. I really love the cardstock here. It's thick enough, but also it's got that velvety feel from the linen finish, and I feel like it's going to be a joy to shuffle. So, and I also have to say that I really appreciate that there's like almost no plastic involved here. So let me know in the comments, did you get this deck? Are you planning on getting this deck? And if you got the deck, did you get the book that goes with it? Because I really want to get it now that I've looked at the deck. This deck is gorgeous, and I think it's going to be in my like top 10, if not top 5 decks of all time. So this is gorgeous. Thanks for journeying with me on this amazing journey through the Tarot of the Divine. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Until next time, I hope you're well and, dealing with what we have as our new reality for the moment anyway. So, yeah. Until next time, aloha.